Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now, today I want to talk once again about criticism from perfectionists. All right, so it is a nice morning here in England, right? Yesterday we had pouring rain, and tonight it's actually kind of brisk, kind of a little bit on the chilly side. I mean, we're nearly at the end of October, but I have to tell you, these short days are starting to get to me a little bit. Like, I think I've kind of been in a bit of a funk lately. I hate to admit it. I try to be positive and everything, but I've been in a bit of a funk lately. I think it's the pandemic is going on ages, lots of different stuff. And sometimes it could just get to you. That sad season affective disorder or whatever. Dude, that's no BS. That's true. And so anyway, apologies for the lack of videos lately. So today I want to talk about something that I know that I've talked about several times before, which is perfection, right? I've been thinking about it a lot lately. So throughout the course of my life, I've heard many statements like, dude, your videos suck, your app sucks, your job sucks, your writing sucks, whatever. Depending on who it is and what they're talking about, I hear lots of these different kinds of things. And sometimes I brush it off, sometimes I just shrug it off, and sometimes I let it get to me, depending on my state of mind, right? And it can be very difficult. But most of the time when you get statements like this, well, not most of the time, but yeah, the majority of the time, you get statements like this, it's from someone who doesn't do something, like perfectionists. And the reason when it does get to me, it's not because I think, oh, that guy's a jerk and I'm just gonna, be, whatever, weak-willed and thin-skinned. No, it gets to me sometimes. I'm thinking, you know what, that video could have been better, or that app could have been better, or maybe I should have spent an extra week on it or months on it or whatever. But ultimately, I did it, right? I had to put it out there. There was a quote I remember hearing. I think it might have been Les Brown, where it's like, if you really want to do something, you have to have the courage to do it badly, right? You have to put something out there, and it can be difficult, especially when you got the criticism of others. The courage is that you're going to be criticized for something that you probably could have done a little bit better. But you also know that, in my case especially, if I put things off, like if I wait until the app is perfect, if I wait until the video is like a work of art, rather than just say, I need to get it out today, it'll never get done, right? If you read any books by writers, and I know I've read a lot of books by writers, and they talk about the perfectionists who sit there and try to get their first sentence perfect and then the next sentence perfect, and in the end they never do anything. They're talkers, they're not doers. Whereas an actual writer will have a deadline and say, I'm going to put something down on paper, and then I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to edit it. And that's kind of what we have to do too. A lot of the times when I get this kind of criticism, it's from people who don't do it themselves, but they're going to do it one day. In fact, I can remember I was talking with somebody. He was a business owner, right? And he was like, he wanted to do videos. I was like, oh, you should do it. He said, yeah, Eric, but I don't want to do it like you. I want it to be more like an influencer, and I want the quality to be higher. And he was telling me all these things he was going to do better than me. And that was 2 or 3 years ago. Never did a thing, right? It was all talk. It was all, I said this before, and I'll say it again. You have to put the reps in, right? You don't get good at something the first time you do it. I mean, I wish that was the case. I'm sure everybody who's ever paid their dues wishes that the first try was the best one. But I think my first few apps, God, I cringe in embarrassment by some of the code of it. I think about my first software projects, I cringe in embarrassment. When I look at the first videos on this channel, I cringe in embarrassment for how bad they are. But you put the reps in, you do what you gotta do. You know, I could put out one video which is perfect, like I spent my life working on this. Or I could just, you know, do like I'm doing now. Just go out for a walk and chat with you guys. For those of you guys who are on the fence about putting your app out there, you've been thinking about it too long, or you're waiting for it to be perfect, you need to put something out there, because you could always change it, you could always fix it, you know, you could always, you know, turn those bad reviews into good reviews. But the hard part for anything that is creative is putting yourself out there. And for the last few weeks, again, I have to say, with quite a bit of embarrassment, I've been letting that voice, I've been letting the criticisms get to me. But, you know, it's always a fight, isn't it? Just some of my thoughts for today, right? Those of you guys who have done something, who have put something out there that you wanted to do, that you put an app on the App Store, right, and you deal with the criticism of people telling you how much better it could be, even though they haven't done it on their own, you should be proud of yourself, right? Because you've done it, and so many people are just talkers. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a great week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you again next time.